All right, everybody. Today we've got a 2013 Chevy Equinox. This has a failed ABS module with the typical internal hardware failure. I believe the code is a C056D. If I'm wrong on that, I'll put it on the screen. But what we're doing right now is I'm going to go ahead and update my TechLine Connect because I didn't do that yesterday in preparation for this job. No big deal. We're going to allow this to update. And while it's doing its update, I will go ahead and start changing out the module and show you that. And then we'll come back and actually do the reprogram on that module. All right, we are going to pull this cover so we can try to get a little bit more access down to this module because it's way the hell down there. So you can at least see where my hands are at. And as I'm doing this work, try to get this purge solenoid line out of the way because I don't want to lean on it too much and accidentally crack it. Flashlight, see if we can kind of just wedge it down in here. Yeah, that kind of works. Can you see the module down there?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, it's back in there. So let me grab some Torx bits and let's see about getting this thing up and out of here real quick. Ooh. All right, I think I got all the bolts out. I just got to get the connector off. Yeah, there's our fourth bolt. And because it hasn't been touched in 13 years, it barely wants to move. Well, I just had my biggest crash out of the week because that was the biggest pain in my ass in the world. Nothing would come off. 13 years of not being used and I couldn't get the connector off. It came off in pieces. It'll go back on and lock, but holy crap, what a pain in the ass. All right, let's go get our new module. It's on the pump still in the trailer, so we're gonna go get that. All right, here's our new module. Let's go ahead and fight and put this thing back in, and then let's get this thing freaking programmed. Oh shit. All right, folks, we are moving along here quite slowly. We got the module installed. That sucked royally. You probably won't even see much footage of that, even if you did see a little bit of the start, because I lost a couple of Torx bits and a lot of my pride. So let's go ahead and get Tech Connect moving here. I need USB on the other side. It's a 50-50 shot. There we go. I hope you can see me, but we're going to launch Tech Connect. It's telling me some weird stuff here. Proceed. Okay. We've got that moving. We should be still logged in. I have my VIN slot already. Nope, I'm not logged in anymore. Of course we're not logged in anymore. Ugh, I need the verification code. This is why I hate programming. I can't stand this.
Peter, Nancy, Sam, 2, Bravo.
Constant. Every single time. AC Delco Tools kicks you out. Then you try to log back in. Then you got to use another verification code. Then you got to update 17 more things. What a pain in the ass. Okay. We have one VIN slot already available. This is actually the VIN slot I had available when I was doing the Suzuki because the Suzuki didn't work. So we're going to launch TechLine Connect. We're going to turn this key on. And let's see what we got going on here. I can't see anything. There we go. Let's open that window. show you the screen here in a minute. Right now it's just doing its whole launch bit, which is a pain in the ass. And I'll be surprised if it even works. Yeah, it's so slow. Like, it's not slow, it just goes through so much, which I understand. It's all part of the whole security thing that all these manufacturers are trying to do. Ugh. I love it. Tech Connect has moved. I know it has moved. And that's what I was logging into, you peckerhead. Okay, after a ton of aggravation and stupidity, we're finally in. So just to give you a heads up, the way Tech Connect is you have to update all the time, which is fine. They're always updating new software, everything else. You need to be able to deal with all that. That I get, it's just kind of annoying. But my problem here is the car won't stop fucking dinging. But it would not launch Tech Connect. It kept getting stuck saying that it was going to open it in a browser. It tells me that every time. You know what's really annoying? This laptop is really old. It only works on this one because I had bought a new Microsoft Surface Pro a while back because I used to do my editing on a laptop so I could be fat and lazy and sit on my recliner. I can't use that for this because the processor in it, I went with a faster Snapdragon processor for editing, and they don't support that processor. So I couldn't use it. So I have to use this old thing. So because I only use it for this, it's good. The computer needed an update. So then I had to let the computer restart and do an update for about 10 minutes. And now that that's done, I'm finally in Tech Connect. I'm about done with the whole programming thing because it's driving me up a wall. But not really. We're going to continue on. All right. We're setting up here. I'm going to have you hold that for me. So just kind of look at the screen if you can. No, I do not want to turn on Windows Firewall. All right, we are connected to the vehicle. We're going to go into our SPS here. It is so freaking windy out. We're going to do a replace and reprogram. I'm going to come down here and hit next. And then it's going to give us a list of modules. We're doing our electronic brake control module. First thing we're going to do is programming. We're going to hit next on that. Usually we have to do setup as well, but not all vehicles do I have to do that. This is going to take one of my VIN slots, which is fine. And then it's going to start to go through, oh, it wants me to click this again. So we're using our Altel Maxi Flash VCMI. There we go, we're talking. Okay, so you can see here we've got these little check marks that are up here. That means we've got the latest updated calibration. So you can see if there was an X there, like this is here by my thumb, it would automatically put you to the next one, or you would have to choose. So this is just all new calibration numbers. So we're going to hit next. Just tells us what we're doing, and on the bottom right, we're going to hit start programming. It's going to lock onto the tool, and then it'll start doing its deal. So it's going to do it up here real quick, and then this takes a little while. So with reprogramming ABS modules, it can take anywhere between 5 minutes and like 25 minutes. So you need to make sure you have some type of maintainer on your battery. Don't screw that up. I don't have my charger with me today because we still didn't put it back on the trailer. My jump box is on it, and it should suffice just fine. This is actually a brand new battery that's in this car. So we're going to let this go ahead through, and then we'll bring you back at the end for if we have to do the setup side. All right, so we just finished up. Let me show you the screen. Pretty basic. It's just telling us that it took one of our subscriptions. We'll view that later. So this just tells you it's done. We'll go ahead and take a screenshot of this so we have the warranty code. Don't really need it right now, but it is. We're going to proceed with the same VIN. We're going to go back to the beginning and check on the setup. So we're going to go back to ABS module. We're going to hit setup. We're going to come over here to next. And I'll show you what this brings up next on us on the screen here. And again, this isn't something that always has to be done, but sometimes has to be done in these Chevrolets like this. Before starting this procedure, align the front wheels and straight and center the steering wheel. So let's go ahead and hold this for me. That's good there. I'm going to go ahead and hit next down here. Please confirm the ECU has been replaced. It has. So we're going to go ahead and go through this one more time. Okay, electronic brake control module setup. Please check the front wheels and steering wheel is in the straight ahead position. Hit next. Ignition switch is on. It is. Hit next. Establishing vehicle communication. Turn the ignition off. Hit next. Now we got to wait 20 minutes. Or 20 seconds. Sorry. You got to learn how to read. Almost done. Now it's going to say turn the ignition on. Then hit next. And that's it. It's finished. So we can actually just, you can't scroll down any further. And that's it. All done there. Now we come here. The module is finished being set up. We'll let this finish through. And there you go. That's done. I'm going to zoom in and take my picture one more time for another code. And I'm going to go ahead and close out of this because that's it. We're done with our programming. Let me close out of Tech Connect real quick so it can shut down properly and disconnect from the car. I don't know if I'll have to clear any codes in this. It should have already done that. There was an option for it before, but I did not click it. So I may have to get the scanner head to clear the codes on this, but we will find out here in a minute. So we're going to cycle key off, then key back on. And there you go. No more ABS lights and check engine lights on the vehicle. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect my jump box, and I'm going to leave that scanner head connected just in case I need it, but I don't think I will. Just leave that there. I'm going to unhook my jump box, and we're just going to go straight down the road. Make sure that the lights do not pop back on. So I'm trying to give it to you in real time here, real quick. Even though I'm not doing it quick. Can you hold this? Just for a second. Okay. No tools under there. Everything that I was near. Purge solenoids back together. All that's tight. Everything's hooked back up. Obviously, since we programmed it. So let's go ahead and just jump back in. Got a glove on the ground. I'm going to check one thing before I'm done. Okay. All right, let's go run down the road real fast to make sure that the ABS lights do not come on. Okay. All right. Tire pressures are reading. My wife says I'm good. And there you go. No more ABS lights. Everything on the vehicle is working well. So, pretty basic stuff, but programming can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. I've been looking into getting bigger and better tools for that, meaning we're going to start doing some maybe cloning stuff in the future. But this programming stuff, sometimes the software is just a pain. But anyway, a job like this, it cost my customer $688 to do. And our gross revenue on the job was $423. So like I said in the other videos, The gross is not what we get to keep. What it has to do now is pay our operating expenses, which is all of our bills throughout the month, and then we net about 10 to 30% of our total jobs depending on our month. So all in all, that's your ABS module on a 2013 Chevy Equinox, and that's what it cost our customer to get the job done. If you like this type of video, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave some comments, and we'll see you on the next one.